has a new album called Some People's Lives, and from that comes her latest single, From a Distance. Bette Midler spoke to Lorraine about her musical career and her biggest hit so far in Britain, Wind Beneath My Wings.
It must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your...
Well, we had a huge success with that Beaches record, which was music that was very similar to the kind of music I used to make when I first started making records. Some ridiculously silly songs, quirky songs, ballads, heartbreaking ballads, some familiar and some not familiar. And that mix of songs was so much like what I had done in the beginning, and it was so successful that I thought, well, it might be possible that people would like to hear more of that.
Did you ever know that you're my hero? And everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle. You are the wind beneath my wings.
When I started making records, I had big hits, and then the hits didn't come for a while, and then I got frightened, and I looked around and thought that maybe I wasn't a fashionable singer anymore, and maybe I should become fashionable. And so I tried to put a new dress on an old shape, and I didn't have too much success, and it was quite frustrating because I would go into the studio for months at a time with the most awful people. And I would come out, and I would have worked on these records to death, and no one was interested in listening to them. So it got to a point where I felt it was a losing proposition. You know, it would take a year out of my life, and nothing would happen. So I stopped after the last real stiff that I had, which was in the early '80s.
And the single From a Distance, what have you decided to put that out as a single? Why particularly that one?
Well, that's it's risky, I suppose, but it's very timely, and it certainly it describes the way I feel about what's going on in life.
From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to flight. From a distance, there is harmony, and it echoes through the land. It's the voice of hope, it's the voice of peace, it's the voice of every man. From a distance,